are or have ever been on a personal transformation journey where you're trying to change the way you live your life, trying to add healthy, good habits that you want in your life, subtract the ones you don't want, what are a few things that are key to ensure that you're successful in that transformation journey? I'm going to be sharing my three learnings from so far about 4+ weeks. For those of you who don't know, I'm on an 82 days to a new me journey. And in the last 4+ weeks, there are these three things that I'm realizing are key for me to be able to successfully continue on my 82 days to a new me journey. So I'm going to share my screen here with you. And let's see what this 82 days, what the last 4 weeks have been like. So you see, I am a pretty organized, structured person. As you can see, this is an Excel. There's green colors, and I also use yellow, red when I'm in the process. Um, but so what this is showing you is these. Let me just do this once again. So these 4+ weeks. Okay, so the week of 13th October, 20th, 27th, and then the 3rd November week, and 3 days before 13th of October. So that's why 4+ weeks. And today, on the day of recording, it's 10th of November. We're talking about these 4 weeks here, these 4+ weeks here, and what I have learned, or not what I have learned, but the three very, very crucial things for anybody who wants to bring about a long-term sustainable shift in their lives. What are the three important things for you to keep in mind? Okay, so as of now, as you can see, I have started waking up at 6:15 a.m. The things that I've let go of: Netflix, food I'd let go of from that week. I was fasting, and again, for those of you who don't know, I did a 5-day fast. You can see the video somewhere here. And then, so I don't use devices post 9 p.m. I have stopped impulsive actions, food. I have stopped packaged processed sugar. So I thought about this, okay? Actually, let me come to that when I'm talking about my learnings. What I have added is morning 15 minutes meditation, 15 minutes inner work reading, 15 minutes stretches, meditation in the evening, then 15 minutes inner work reading in the evening, and then morning also intuitive movement. And I've added a few other things that we'll see when we come to the tracker piece, okay? Now, here are my three learnings. Number one, do the bare minimum, the lowest possible bar, which means just show up. Even if there is so let's say 15-minute workout, 15-minute movement. No matter how you're feeling, can you just show up for that 15-minute workout? You don't have to do workout. It's okay even if you just laze around, even if you just do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, even if you just sort of come and lie down and are aware and then make some movement, something, show up. Bare minimum, lowest bar possible, show up. Yeah. If you do that, what you're basically doing is you're building the brains, your mind, your brains, your habitual patterns, muscles to start doing these things that you want to be doing. When you start showing up, and the biggest enemy here is usually perfection, and or oh, I'm not doing exactly what it is. Again, perfection. So forget the doing it precisely, doing it perfectly, doing it well, doing it. Just forget how you are doing it. Show up, do whatever is possible. Just show up and do whatever is possible. And this was something that I realized in, I think, the week of October 20th, when one of the mornings I woke up and I was like, I don't know, I don't really feel like doing the movement. And then I was like, okay, I don't feel like doing the movement. That's fine. I'll just do whatever is. Yeah. And that's when I realized, yeah, that's right. Like, I don't have to aim for like, oh, I have to do it like this every time. No, it's okay. Right now, my mind, I am training my mind. I am building these habits, and it's okay. Sometimes it will not be as I want it to be, and that's perfectly fine. It's just big, it's just coming into that habit. Yeah. So number one, do the bare minimum, lower the bar, and just show up. The second learning is expect that you will regress if you have at any point in time in your life tried to change something, like try to build a habit or whatever. You would have experienced this. I mean, I don't know if anybody who's not experienced this, that you stay on it, you stay on it, you stay on it, and then suddenly it drops, right? And then what most people start thinking, and even I was one of these most people, is that I can't do it because like I just, I start and then I go off. No, you don't go off. What's happening is something that happens to everybody. You've, that's why the regress is in quotation marks. You've quote unquote regressed. Actually, you haven't regressed. There is, regression is not possible. Time only moves in one direction. It doesn't move in two directions. Okay. So to regress means you have to come back. You don't regress. You don't come back. What happens is that the brain, the mind wants just comfort and convenience. And whatever it has been doing for years now, that is its comfort and convenience. It wants to continue doing the comfort and convenient thing. And so it regresses, it comes back to its comfort after some time of pushing. Expect to regress. Understand that this is just how the mind works. And it's okay. Fine, you regress, you regress. I regressed a couple of times. And when I regressed, I was like, okay, fine, regressed. Today we regressed. Tomorrow's a new day. Start again. That's it. Expect to regress. Number 3, open up to life, which basically means that you can have all of these plans and color code it and structure it and create tables and whatnot. And then life's going to hit it, right? And when life hits it, move around life. Don't get stuck with the plan and then like give up when life hits it. Because again, something like expect to regress, expect life to come and hit you. Hit you. Actually, life is just happening. It is you who are unable to flow with certain ways that life is flowing when you have sort of decided, okay, this is how life should go. Life is not going to go according to your plans. You will have to figure out how to ride with life. Okay, so open up to life. For example, for me, I had initially decided to do a 21-day water only fast. I've done one before, and so I knew I could do it, but I had to cut it down to 5 days because some other project came up. And when you're doing a 21-day water only fast, the cognitive function, you can't put a lot of cognitive load on yourself, right, on your being. And so I had a choice: either continue the 21 days or take up this great opportunity that I had come across, and I chose this. Accordingly, then I moved things around. And even in being open to life, I'd also say be open to a little bit to yourself. So I've said 3 learnings, and as I'm sharing right now, I feel like one very core piece is some grace to yourself. You know, so which is to say, like this week, the 10th of November week, what I'm letting go is packaged processed food. But I'm like, okay, from this week on, I'll let it go. So today, I'm gonna have something that I really like. I'm gonna have a bag of chips that I haven't had all of these weeks. And I know after today, I'm not gonna have packaged processed food, at least for the foreseeable future. And again, right, like we also have to adjust how we want to do this. So for example, in the 3rd November week, where I've now put no letting go of packaged processed sugar. Earlier, I was like white sugar, let go of white sugar. But then I thought more about it, and I was like, well, somebody, a friend or somebody if somebody cooks something and that's sweet, I don't know if I want to say no to them, not just because it's tempting. It may or may not be tempting, but more because food is also a lot about relations, connection. And so I don't want to yeah, I want to bring these things into my life. I want to lead a healthy life. I want to do all of that, but I don't want to restrict. Okay. And eventually, as I continue sharing my learning, my journey, you'll also see how, while I want to bring in various shifts and changes and sort of up my game, I don't want it to be stringent and rigid and strict. I want it to be easy and expansive and flowing. Yeah. And so I shifted that letting go of white sugar to letting go of packaged processed sugar. And so if a friend tomorrow bakes a cake and says, hey, I got a cake for you, I baked a cake for you, I'll say thank you and I'll partake of it, right? So similarly, packaged processed food, last 4.5+ weeks, I haven't had any packaged processed food. And so today I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have my favorite chips, which is onion cheddar flavor chips. So I'm gonna get that today. I'm gonna have that. And from tomorrow onwards, there is no packaged processed food. Now, what I also started doing is I started tracking, as I said, very, very structured and organized. And you can see I started not very like just recently, I started tracking just this week since fourth. And now you see there are a lot of yeses. Y's are like, yes, 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 I did that. And then there are some like that's a 10-minute delay. So we got up 10 minutes later than 6:15 a.m. And then there are no's. And then today's Sunday, and I'll say, okay, today I'm just gonna take a break. I'm just not gonna focus on any of this. Whether or not I wake up, whether or not I do anything, just not gonna focus, not gonna track. Right. And all of this is, I'm not like, yes, I planned that I'll track because I think it does it for everybody's brain. It's a dopamine hit to say yes, yes, yes. Um, so yes, I planned that I'll create this tracker, but then how do I want how do I want to track? Do I not want to do Saturday, Sunday? Do I want to do Saturday, Sunday? That is not fixed. I'm letting it flow organically, right? And all of these are basically just shortcuts or short form abbreviations. And this is the key for the abbreviation. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to stop sharing. That's how my 82 days looks like. And those are the 3+4 learnings. The fourth learning I feel is very, very key. It is also part of self-acceptance, right? Grace and kindness to yourself, self-acceptance. It's okay to mess up, quote unquote mess up. You're not messing up. It's okay to not do, not meet the bar every time. It's okay. The bar is in your head. Yeah. And the more that you can bring grace into your own being, the better you'll actually do.